Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Omega Speedmaster Automatic Triple Date Moonphase. You can see this 39mm complete calendar Moonphase Automatic Omega Speedmaster and buy it on our website, watchyouwant.com. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc., and click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during the video to see our full listing for this watch with additional high resolution images and complete pricing details. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, this watch is classically proportioned, 39 millimeters across the round of its 18 karat yellow gold case. The watch is fairly squat, 14 millimeters thick. You can see there is some cantilever to the tachymetric scale bezel, so while it won't fit under the tightest of dress cuffs, it should be okay for a sports jacket or a blazer. Now from lug to lug, it is quite compact, 44.5 millimeters from extremity to extremity. We are talking about very traditional men's formal chronograph measurements, but it does have the unmistakable profile of the Omega Speedmaster family. Now it's matched with an interesting 18 karat yellow gold bracelet that is very substantial. It also continues the theme of contrasting metallic finish seen on the case. You can see how the bevels in high polish contrast dramatically with the satin finished sides, and there's also a great deal of contrasting metallic finish on the bracelet itself, and you can see that to good effect in the oblique light of my light box. It is very, very hefty. It's also an interesting piece because it features a extensible clasp internally. Now it is an 18 karat single trigger deployant clasp, but it's this extensible component that allows it to easily be sized down. It has many removable links, and when it is opened and closed, it won't be pinned against a smaller wrist. Because of this extensible feature, it easily opens and closes. Regardless of how large or how small your wrist, this watch is going to fit, don, and take off easily. Now it's interesting too because the clasp itself is made in Italy. And there's a good possibility that this clasp is a product of the Lascaux factory, also known as Fontana, that Omega bought during the 1970s. But also in 18 karat yellow gold, it's a pairing of an Italian clasp and bracelet with a Swiss movement and case. A fascinating tandem, especially considering Italy has long been one of the most sophisticated and important collecting markets in the world. Omega perhaps with a little nod to Italian flair in this design. Now the watch features the classic triple date Moonphase Omega Speedmaster layout. Fundamentally what you're looking at is a variant of Omega's caliber 1150, that is an Omega-fied Valjoux 7750. The watch is very delicate in details. The tachymetric scale on this one is in excellent condition with all of the lacquered printing completely intact through 360 degrees. Now the dial is very clean, beautifully detailed. You can see outboard of the applied yellow gold Roman numerals, there is a date track, so it's a radial date. You can see the little moon indicator below the moon phase itself, a little crescent-shaped indicator indicating that today is the 14th of July, and today is in fact a Thursday. Now the watch features a bosom-style moon phase, which provides a nice contrast to the white of the dial with a rich cobalt blue and a golden moon. There's a somewhat countersunk 24-hour indicator mounted at 9 o'clock. That's actually an AM-PM indicator that distinguishes whether you're looking at AM or PM. In this case, approximately 6:19 AM or 6:19 PM. You can see, given the position of the 24-hour indicator, it is in fact AM. That's the purpose there. It also helps you avoid accidentally setting the quick set functions of the calendar during the danger zone. Now it's also important to note that the watch features a double quick set function through the crown. When you have the watch in the first setting position, you can alternately set the moon phase and rapidly set the radial date. By rapidly advancing the radial date, you jump the month. By using the pusher corrector on the case flank, you jump the day of the week. And that's how the watch works. It has a 42-hour power reserve. It is a cam and lateral clutch chronograph. It's very, very tough with an exceptionally efficient unidirectional winding action to energize that 42-hour power reserve. The watch is a little bit finer. It is a little bit more genteel in its presentation than a conventional steel utilitarian Speedmaster, but it does have very much the heart of a sports watch with a proper tri-register chronograph, hours, minutes, and seconds. Now the watch wears well on a broad range of wrists. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. You saw the watch on my wrist earlier. Make no mistake, you can wear this watch securely and with great style and proportion down to a wrist circumference of approximately 13 centimeters. Now in terms of age and provenance, the watch has pre-1995 hallmarks on it, and based on the serial number, I actually estimate this watch to have been built in approximately 1993. So that's the historical background on the watch. Just in terms of the feel on the wrist, because it does have a very solid 18-karat yellow gold set of clasp and bracelet to accompany a rather deep and squat yellow gold case, it actually feels incredibly hefty on the wrist. It's actually comparable, I would compare it at face value to something like a modern milled clasp full solid link solid gold Rolex Daytona. It has that kind of feeling of heft and quality on the wrist. It's a very impressive piece, and built in the early 90s, it's beginning to find itself on the vanguard of an advancing generation of watches now known as vintage. This is a handsome watch, post-quartz crisis to be sure, but it really splits the difference between traditional chronographs and modern sports watch architecture and aesthetic. You can see it and you can buy it on our website, watchyouwant.com.